Right guys, so back out with Gaz. Gaz, where are we heading today?
Earl seat. I tried to remember it.
Earl seat, can you remember the elevation?
Oh, I can remember that. 578 metres. I just tried to remember the name of the hill there.
578 metres, so it's the highest in the Campsies. Previously I said it was Meikle Burn, but Meikle Burn I believe is the second highest.
Yeah, I think so.
It's only like a 30-minute drive from my actual home in that direction. And then over here, as you can see, this is the Loch Lomond area. You've got Ben Lomond and whatnot over there. But it's to be tasty tonight. We've got a warning for snow out, especially in high ground. We're expecting anywhere between 10 and 15 centimetres of snow overnight, and temperatures are to get down to about -1, -3, but it's to get warmer overnight into the morning. But we're still expecting to come down this hill with snow lying until we get down to sea level.
Where the cars are.
Where the cars are, and hopefully the roads will be clear. We're about 2 hours into our walk. I think we've only done about 4 kilometres, and that's us now in between our destination in Drumgoyne, that big lumpy one. Where is it? There we are. There's no, that's where we're going up. Where's Drumgoyne?
Drumgoyne's that one between the two peaks.
Oh Christ, it's in between the peaks, that one there. Terrain's been alright. It's been relatively dry, but we've had some icy patches and some bog, but nothing too major. We're now sitting, well, walking and talking about the potential wind, because it's getting stronger as we get up, and plus you've got a front coming in from the south bringing in milder air, clashing with the colder air up here, and generally those are the parameters that create strong winds. So it'll be interesting to see, along with the snow and the cold weather, how that would then, potentially bring out some very tasty conditions, something that we've not camped out in a while, but it's a trek.
The wind forecast isn't bad, but I've got a feeling it's going to be stronger now.
Yeah, there's no the wind forecast in the Met Office is really based on ground level. I mean, whenever I'm up at the Campsies near my area, Meikle Burn, quite often it's nice and calm, sunny and warm and dry at the bottom. Then you get to the summit, and you're talking easily 50 miles per hour winds. But we're now starting to see more of Loch Lomond and the Trossachs, but we'll see even more of it when we're up there. Check that out.
It's up here though, you've got to say.
So my setup for the evening, it's the Vangostarav 200. Let's have a little closer look. Boom, Bob's your uncle. As you can see, standard tunnel tent, 3 poles, you've got a vestibule, a baby vestibule on either end, and you also have the main vestibule, which isn't the greatest, it's the smallest, but the smaller vestibules do make up for it. As you can see, we've had some heavy snowfall so far. Not too happy with the Vangostarav. This part here is supposed to attach over there. You can see it's ripped here, so it's ripped there. So I'll have to take that to a special place in Edinburgh to rectify. Tonight's setup, we'll get the Black Ice G700. It's got a rating between -4 and -10. I've got the X-Bed down mat, our value of 4. Should take you down to about, I would say, -12 to -15. And I've got my big Agnes 3rd degree, got my trusty flannel pillow over there, and over in this direction you can see the OEX Leviathan, because that's broke, so I use it as a blanket. But these are the views. Or when I wake up, I can look over there and see Gazzy's Southern Cross. Let's check out Gazzy's setup.
So I remember doing this at Glenshee, like a Sky Sports presenter, but this time I've got the Terra Nova Southern Cross 1, I had the Hilleberg Solo that night. And the sleeping setup's a wee bit different too. I've got the Feminist Neoair X Firm, which has the R value of 6.9. I've got a different sleeping bag though. The last time I was out with Monty at Glade Shear, I had the Rabicent 900. This is the Simmond Mackerel light down. No, I've had that for about 4 years, but I stopped using it for a couple of years, but I went back to it again because it's got a pocket on the inside, and what I usually do is stick my hand warmer in there. It traps a bit of heat, eh? It works for me anyway, so I went back to it. I can't find a pocket inside the Rabicent 900, so I went back to that sleeping bag for the time being, I'll show you the pillow as well. This is the Sea to Summit, what's that say? Premium regular. So it's the regular size. If I remember correctly, there was 3 different sizes,
Comfy?
Comfy as. Very lightweight for summer as well. I use it all year round now, It's a great pillow. But yes, this is like my winter setup for this winter, and probably the following winter as well. I really like this tent. The only thing I'm concerned about with this tent is the bathtub. I'm not very keen on that. I think if there was a puddle under your tent,
Pretty low line.
yeah, I think water could easily get in there. So it's the only problem I've found. You know I like a roof vent as well. This tent doesn't have it. But apart from that, yeah, not a bad tent.
We were thinking of pitching up here. Not the greatest of pitching spots, however. But I was going to say check out the views, but as you'll see, there's a weather front moving in, and we're about to get blasted with some snow. There you go. Check that out. So that's Loch Lomond. We've got the Arrowcat Alps roughly in that direction. And then behind this little hill here, the Trossachs, which are hidden. But I just stay a 30-minute drive in that direction. But as you can see, the snow is surrounding us, and it looks like we're about to get battered. Right, so me and Gaz are going to head up to the summit. It's only about a 10-minute walk, and bag it. So according to both the Met Office rainfall radar and just looking at the skies, or the sky, the snow's about to hit us big time, and it's supposed to last from, you know, between 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the evening till 8 o'clock in the morning. So what we're going to do now is head back to the tent, get nice and warm, and have a nice warm meal to go with it. And those lights in the distance, that's Glasgow. Way hey. And then you've got Gaz. So I'm going to make myself a nice warm meal. I've got one of these boil in the bags from Tesco's. I think they're pronounced Courneur. So I've got a dal makhani, which is a whole black gram lentils cooked with red kidney beans, tomato and ginger. You just pop that in while the water's boiling. I've also got boil in the bag rice, and I prefer doing this because then it means I don't need to clean the actual stove, which is a nuisance, which I'm sure we all hate. But let's get the show on the road. So that's what I'm talking about. You just stick that in the stove while the water's boiling, and boil in the bag rice, and then boom, clean pot. So all I've got to do now is transfer that into that. There you go. By the way, so you know, there you've got rice, and then you've got like a nice meal. So you've got your carbs, you've got your calories in there, and you know, boil in the bag rice is dirt cheap. And these things here, they're only like £1.50. Well, I got it in, you know, Asda for like £1.50. So really the whole meal's like under £2. Whole lot more cheaper and just as calorific and nutritional as these £5, Wayfarer meals and whatnot. So I am looking forward to that. This is lovely, cost effective, lightweight and tasty. A curry up in the hills, ideal. So you could probably hear I'm going for the second one now, the sagaloo. Going to get 2 warm meals in me and then straight into the bag. The downside to what I just did there was, you have to cook them separately and then add the bag of rice into the curry. Unlike with the dehydrated meals that you get from like Go Outdoors, Wayfarer and whatnot, it's done in one go. So warm meal into warmer, drier clothes, and then Netflix for a movie. And Netflix has kindly downloaded 2 movies for me. I think they download it based on what you watch, and it's downloaded 2 movies that I've never seen, believe it or not. Gone Baby Gone, is it? Is it Gone Girl Gone, or is it Gone Baby Gone? I think the one that Ben Affleck did. And believe it or not, I've never seen Taxi Driver, so I'll probably get those 2 watched and get them in bed, but hopefully we can get some snow footage. It's not arrived yet, but looking at the rainfall radar, it is close, it's very close. Yeah, so that's the snow on. It's been snowing for a solid hour now, and I've just checked the forecast. I'm down at Glasgow, which is like just above sea level. It's expected to have heavy snow until 3 o'clock in the morning, and we are like 500 metres higher up, so it'll be interesting to see what the end result is in the morning. I've stupidly left my audio equipment on in the cold weather, so the battery has completely drained. So I think this will be me for the night. I'm just about finished watching Taxi Driver. Outstanding movie so far. Can't believe it's took me so long to watch it. I'm going to get a warm meal before bed. Fill my hot water bottle up. My warm meal is going to be mashed potatoes, and then just listen to music for the rest of the evening. It's about 9:30 now. Hoping to be asleep for about 11:30, then up at about 6:30. Hopefully I can preserve some of the battery and the audio equipment. But hey ho, but I don't need the audio equipment when taking footage of the snow, so catch you all in the morning. Yummy. Mate, man, listen to that snow. The snow woke me up. It's about midnight and it is... Kazzy's tent's just out there and I can't even see it. It's a whiteout, so it'll be a very interesting morning, especially when coming off it, because it's really steep for 200 metres. I've got not my crampons, my spikes, but I might just... Gaz has got good crampons with him. He's got an ice axe as well, so I might just say, mate, see, since I've got the worst footwear, use your ice pick. Jeez, oh man, I need to go back to sleep. Axe ice. Hopefully This is picking up the audio pretty well too, since my audio system, the loading that's went to sleep, the battery's dead. But looks like, I mean, the forecast said about 15 centimetres of snow, up to 400 metres, but we're just under 600. Could be tasty, could be tasty. Oofed. Apocalyptic. About 4 o'clock in the morning, the wind just ramped it up. Thankfully, this tent has been taking it like an absolute champ. I was hoping to wait until the morning to show you all the snow, but it's all gone, as you'll see from the clips. I can't believe it. I mean, I don't know if I was able to get clips of how deep it was before I went to sleep, or maybe I woke up in the middle of the night and showed you how deep the snow was. But we've lost a substantial amount of snow. But as you can see from some of the clips as well, there seems to be an equal amount of snow down at ground level. So, I mean, the warm airs just rapidly came in. As you can see, it's clashed with the cold air, and then boom, you've got these strong gusts. I think down here it's like a constant 30 with gusts up to 40, but in that wee hill there, oofed, stronger than that. I had a terrible sleep, only got about 3 hours, and Gaz was the same. Big man had an awful sleep as well. I was nice and toasty, I was comfortable enough, but just had a dreadful sleep. But it's like, what, 6:45, we're going to get off this hill. Thank God there's little snow, I'm more comfortable now, more at ease getting off it. But really surprised with the amount of snow that we lost, and really surprised at how strong these winds are. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the content, and I'll see you all in the next adventure. Take care.